Hi, I'm Brooke.
And I'm Hope.
And this is the Bookish and Bubbly podcast.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
And welcome back to the Bookish and Bubbly podcast. I'm Hope.
And I'm Brooke.
We're still here.
Still doing it. I'm very excited for this episode.
Yeah. What are we talking about today?
All things Emily Henry.
The Queen.
The Queen. Now, we do know that she's had other books, but we're talking about her contemporary romances. So, you didn't know that?
I
just now oh no, I'm sorry.
What?
Yes. Like A Million Junes is
Hang
one.
on just 1 second for me.
I think they're YA. And then there's one she co-wrote with another author. I've never read them, but they're completely different looking. Like these are clearly branded the same. The ones we're talking about. If you're thinking of an Emily Henry book, we're going to talk about it today probably.
That is insane.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I thought my whole life, being the last like
couple of years,
couple months, I thought I have read everything Emily Henry has put out there.
So sorry.
I have gobbled it up. I just had more books to add to my TBR. I have to read them to see what I think.
Yes, absolutely.
That is insane.
It is. Yeah. I do think she was doing YA.
Emily? She didn't tell me.
How dare you, Emily? Keeping things from us. But yeah, so we're going to talk about the contemporary ones. Like Beach Read, People We Meet on Vacation, Funny Story, Happy Place, Book Lovers.
That's it.
Okay.
Well, clearly I didn't do all my research, I suppose.
Well, that's not what we're...
I know it's not what we're talking about.
What if I had read 3 more books than you? You're like, what are you talking about?
Wait a minute. Now, and
Wait a damn minute.
We did do this quickly. I read these books in 1 week.
She did. And I almost read these books in 1 week.
Actually, I lied. I was on track to read them all in 1 week. And then you said, I'm not done. So I took my sweet old time devouring Wynne and Harriet. Okay. I have an idea.
Yes.
First off, we should probably talk a little bit about who Emily Henry is. Should we?
Sure.
Okay. Emily Henry could be known as one of the queens of rom-coms.
Absolutely. It's also the second coming of Christ.
Yeah.
We love her. If you've
she's changed our lives.
Yeah, if you've listened to any of our episodes, you know we literally love her. She can do no wrong.
We're going to eat up any of her books, and this is all in anticipation of
Great Big Beautiful Life, which came out today.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, this isn't coming out that day. April 22nd, a couple days ago.
You mean to tell me you can't get 2 episodes done for tomorrow? What are you doing? I feel like I'm doing all the
slacking.
work. Anyway, yes, we have a new book coming out. I did not pre-order it. I'm gonna have to go get it.
Raggy.
That's okay. I'm up for the challenge.
Yes.
Okay. Back to my original idea.
Okay.
I really would love to hear your thoughts on your order
that I read
of how you like them.
Oh my God.
But I think we need to write them down first so that, because I feel like if you say it, I'll change my answer. So can we pause?
Pause. I'm scared to say this out loud. I'm scared to say my list out loud. Are you?
No.
I am. I'm terrified.
Okay.
Do we go with least favorite to favorite?
I just want to hear your list.
Let's just do the top.
Do favorite down.
I'm scared to say it.
Come on. You want me to go first?
No, I'll go first. Well, you go first.
Okay. Coming in at number 1, my favorite Emily Henry story. This is one of my top favorite books. I think it will forever be one of my top favorite books.
Think about it all the time.
Truly. It changed my life. Happy Place.
Yeah.
Number 2. Now, the first time I read this book, I did not give it as much credit. But the second time reading through, I was like, oh my gosh. Special mention to the cover because I think it's one of the best covers and the most beautiful color. Funny Story. we the same so far?
Currently same.
Okay. Number 3. This again. First time I read it, I even told people like it's not really my favorite, I guess. JK. Really great. Book lovers.
Yeah.
Number 4. People we meet on vacation. Coming in last. And this is tough because this is the first one I read. And then it was my first one on the reread. Beach read.
Yes. We are almost exactly the same.
Did we just switch book lovers and people we meet on vacation? Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And I feel bad to say that about Beach Read because I know specifically Olivia loves that book. That's her favorite.
And that's fine.
I know.
I was bored.
Every single person that I have heard talk to except you likes that one the best. And everybody I see online loves that one the best. I just don't.
What about it was exciting?
Well, they did go do stuff. Okay, so I did talk to Olivia about this a little bit because I was like trying to wrestle with my thoughts about it because I read that one first. No. I listened to Happy Place first because I just wanted to get into it because I haven't read it a second time.
This is my third.
Oh,
yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
This is only my second time for Happy Place because I've been saving it because I just want to wait because it's so good. But then I read Beach Read and I was just so let down. Okay. And while I say that, it's still an amazing book. Like, again, okay, disclaimer, comparing these to themselves and no other romance books. That's not what we're even talking about. Because, like, Beach Read is arguably an amazing book.
Yeah.
Like, as opposed...
It's great.
Yeah. So, like, this is within its own tier. Emily Henry has her own tier.
Yeah.
So we're all just clear. Okay. I think I figured it out that it's just kind of depressing.
Yeah.
Like the whole book is focused on grief. Not the whole book. A lot of the book is focused on grief. And, you know, there's a lot of like, okay, this is not about grief, but writer's block.
Yeah.
It's kind of boring to talk about. And
it doesn't give you the warm and fuzzies.
No, it definitely didn't give me warm and fuzzies. Now, was I enjoying it still? I did enjoy it. But it felt, and they did go do things, and I liked when they went to do things, but it still was just not grabbing me.
Yeah.
And it did the first time, I thought. I definitely liked Happy Place, like, leaps and bounds more the first time. And still, again, do. But, like...
I think with Beach Read, for me, since it was the first time I read it, I really liked Emily Henry's writing.
Yes.
And her stories. But as I went and read more and more of them, I was like, wait, this is better. Oh, this is better.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think
agree.
if you read it without knowing any of her other stories, you're going to think...
It's amazing.
Yeah. And I still do.
Yeah.
Like, it's a 4-star read for me.
Yeah.
But it's missing that 5-star pizzazz.
It is. Yeah. I don't know what. Yeah. I just felt like it was missing. It was just more of an introspective and kind of depressing book. But if you like stories like that, you're going to love that book.
Yeah.
Like.
And maybe that's the good thing about Emily Henry is she has a little something for everyone within her same style of love stories.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
I cracked the code. I just did it.
There we go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes. Happy Place. So yeah, for me it was Happy Place is the top, then Funny Story, People We Meet on Vacation, Book Lovers, Beach Read. That was the difference. Okay. That's cool that we kind of had the same.
Yeah, we were pretty close.
Yeah.
And honestly, People We Meet on Vacation, Book Lovers, I was like deciding on which one.
I just did too. Just now I sat here and I was like, I don't know. But I knew where Happy Place, Funny Story, and Beach Read were going to be.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, let's talk about Book Lovers.
Okay. Yes, this was my first time reading it.
Yeah. What did you think?
I really liked it. I was too. like, I'm trying to decide, is it 5 stars or like 4.5 maybe? I don't know.
I would say probably like 4.5 for me, just like a little bit under some of the other books.
I would agree. But I liked it. It was like quick, witty, fast paced, or whatever, like sharp and like. Yeah. I do like, you can tell the difference of each of these books, and I really appreciate. You can hear the different tones in each of the books.
Yeah, I liked in this one that her little work, like, arch nemesis, what are the odds he's going to be in the town that
I know.
she's vacationing in?
Yeah.
I thought that was cute, but it seemed believable to me.
Yeah, it did.
Also, the sisterhood relationship in that book really shined through for me.
It did.
And like, you're worried the whole time because the sister's like, oh my gosh, like, I don't want to talk to my husband right now, and she's like, oh my gosh, they're breaking up. Then you find out they're just moving.
It was a totally different way than I thought it was going.
Yes, but it was so good. And also, there's like, I feel like she has like more serious themes in all of her books too, where people are growing and overcoming things.
Everyone's going to therapy.
Everybody's going to therapy. Everybody gets medicine.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Let's do it, Emily.
Amen.
But I really like the struggles in that story of, like, they had lost their mom and, like, were, like, really coming together for that, but then they had to be spread apart again.
Yes.
And I felt like that was, like, a really real thing that happens, but also just, like, the way she wrote it, like, it was still funny. There was still love in it. Like, I really liked that book, and I really enjoyed rereading it.
I really loved it.
Yeah.
It felt different than all the other books.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I can't place why, because the writing was still really pretty. But I can't place why that felt different than the other books. I still liked it. Obviously, I liked it even better than Beach Read. So I'm trying to, like, place why that it felt different to me. I'm trying to think. So each of the characters, I'm thinking maybe it's Nora is the reason. So we've got, I'm thinking of, like, all the main character or the female main characters. Which one is missing? People we meet on vacation.
Yeah, I was looking at that too. My coworker has it.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, Poppy's really energetic and bubbly and, like, whatever. Like, she likes her career, but, well, that's kind of part of the book. But I think because she's more of a black cat.
Yeah.
But January's kind of like that. She used to not be, and then she becomes kind of a black cat because she's just depressed. Harriet. I guess Harriet's kind of more serious, too. Daphne's serious. Never mind. I don't know why. Because she's kind of bitchy. Maybe that's why. And none of the other people are really that bitchy. And I don't say bitchy in a mean way.
Direct.
Yeah.
And, like,
I'm
confident.
Yes. I don't really mean bitchy.
Because she, like, goes up against
Charlie very well.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone, I'm not meaning bitchy. I'm meaning, because that's the worst when they call a woman bitchy because she's assertive at work.
Yeah. How dare you?
Okay, but you get what I'm saying.
Let's all cancel Brooke in the comments.
I'm canceled. Yeah, just a lot more direct. By the way, side note, there was a man walking around with a bird on his shoulder outside.
What?
Yes, when I got here. He was walking over there, and I wondered if it was the same guy that does his kickflip over there every day.
What are you saying? What did he look like?
A white man.
How old?
Our age or a little younger, maybe.
What kind of bird?
A little parakeet.
You're kidding. Did it look like it was his pet or, like, had just landed on him?
It was clearly a pet.
I've never seen this before.
Yeah, he was taking his bird for a walk or something. I don't know.
No, I don't think it was the guy who does the kickflip because he lives right there.
I know, but that's the way he was walking. He lives, like,
well,
on
he's
this
never
side
had
of
a
the
bird
building,
on
right?
his... Okay, hang on a second. I have another thing for you.
Oh, my God.
He has never had a bird on his shoulder that I've seen.
Maybe you didn't see him in his, daily bird
I guess
walks.
he wouldn't be doing that with
the bird couldn't stand.
Okay.
Couldn't stand on his shoulder.
I really would have liked to have seen that. So next time, take a picture, maybe.
I was like, I did a double take and then he disappeared around the corner, but he did have a bird. I promise.
Okay.
I promise.
Sure.
Shut up.
Okay. Before we get back to the book here.
Yes.
I was driving out of my neighborhood.
Okay.
And down at the end of the street, same kind of townhomes like those ones, but down at the end of the street, I'm driving and I look up and on the balcony, there is a man out there.
I'm scared.
He's in a flannel. Don't be scared. I'm scared. He's in a flannel.
Okay.
He's got, like, curly hair, not long, like, just, like, you can tell it's curly. He's got a golden retriever on his balcony with him and he's playing the guitar and singing. I said, are you serious?
Are you fucking kidding me? Okay.
I just had to drive on.
Pause.
By. What?
He's doing that for attention.
Who?
That man?
The kickflip or both, actually.
Both, actually. But
yes.
the balcony man, he wants a lady to come see him doing that.
It's tall. Like, it would be on, like, the second floor. But I need... What are those gun things that you shoot and it, like... And then you can climb up?
Like a grappling hook?
Yeah. How do I get one of those?
I don't know.
I think I could really kill that. And at that point, you have to give me a chance. If
you're literally scaling a building...
balcony... I'm giving
test.
Emily Henry content here.
You are, Emily. I hope you're listening.
Yeah. Okay.
Back
to the books. Book Lovers was great.
Yes.
Lots of depth.
I really liked it. I also think it surprised me because a lot of people don't like that one. I feel like I've heard a lot of people don't like that one, or like, I don't know. Like, out of all of them, that's the one I hear negative stuff about the most. But I loved it.
I deny any of those.
Agreed. About any of the books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. People We Meet on Vacation. I really liked this the first time I read it. Also the cover. I really like the orange.
Me too.
Really just any of Emily Henry's colors.
They're great.
On her books. They're just so happy.
They're so happy. I love them.
I loved Poppy and Alex. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I loved that it was a friendship, but like an awkward start friendship where they just like had to carpool together.
Yeah.
And then it just grew into this friendship where you knew they were more than friends. Oh, like when he took care of her when she was sick, like it was so sweet.
Yeah.
I found the conflict, like that was a little frustrating for me because I'm like, you guys kissed. We all know you love each other.
It's crazy.
Like the little tiny miscommunication of him like not wanting to continue on kissing because they were drunk and like he wanted better for them.
Yeah.
When they got together, that was crazy that went on for like 5 years of them like not talking.
Yeah. And a lot of the reason that he wanted to stop it, you know, like just wanting to make sure it was the right time. And she was like emotionally, like she was like, oh, well, it's fine. It was just a kiss. So like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like it didn't matter. But she was doing that so it like wouldn't ruin the friendship.
Yeah.
But in turn it did.
Yeah.
So at that point, why not just say, actually, I'm in love with you? Instead of waiting literally 2 years for like to randomly text him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it didn't make that make sense. You didn't want it to ruin it. It did, but you won't say it.
Mm-hmm. It's a pride issue.
Yeah.
I did love when she texted him.
The first time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like to ask him, like to try and start the conversation.
Yes.
I loved that part. I thought it was
so
hilarious.
relatable.
And like, yes, because you know when you send a text, you're like, no,
not this. Yeah.
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 But you can't take it back.
Nope.
Now you could.
Now you could
unsend it. But then to me, I think if you're going to do that, I'm going to ask what you unsent.
Because do you get a notification?
Yes.
Okay.
It'll say like so-and-so unsent
And
message.
if you hadn't talked for fucking 2 years.
Yeah. You're going to tell me what you said.
Also, I forgot the detail that they still wished each other a happy birthday during that 2 years.
Yeah. But it didn't go anywhere.
I'm confused. Like.
They just said like they would say like happy birthday. They'd be like, thanks.
That's usually, so weird.
I feel like you answer anyone who tells you happy birthday, right?
Yeah, but they both did it. They both reciprocated that. So there's been, 4 texts in the 2 years?
Yeah, but they're not willing to, like...
I know, but not talk at all. And then just a random happy birthday. Feels weird.
She self-sabotaged her whole relationship.
No, I understand. But then he's doing it too.
That's on brand.
It is.
And
it's just a weird scenario.
What the heck? Like, I tried to be kind to her, and she's, like... not talking to me. There's a whole lot. Their miscommunication is loud.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
So reading it this time, I was a lot more frustrated than the first time.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what the thing happened in Croatia.
Yeah.
I didn't know yet the first time.
Yeah. And it was a cool concept too. Like how her
gosh,
job was to travel.
Yeah.
Like that was fun. A new concept. I loved how she told him like her company paid for the trip, but like she paid for it.
Yeah.
And then they got to go be with his family for the wedding. Like that. It just, again, she has such a colorful writing that is warm and fuzzy.
And yeah, you feel like you're literally there.
You can see it.
You see it super easily. Mm-hmm. Like these are great books to read if you want to get into reading.
Yeah.
And do you enjoy romance?
Yeah.
Because it's so immersive. And like, if you're just getting into reading, they're not super spicy.
No.
So like,
Funny Story gave them a run for their money.
it did. You're right. It did.
I feel like she is adding more and more every time.
Let's
because like
buckle up for Great Beautiful
Happy
Life.
Place had more.
You're right.
Funny Story
Yes.
more.
Let's see. What was the order? I have it here. So she came out, which I didn't know this. Beach Read in 2020.
Oh,
May of 2020.
Wow.
What a time. People We Meet on Vacation was May of 2021. Book Lovers was May of 2022. Happy Place 2023. Funny Story 2024. In April. Both of those were in April. But I was like, I didn't realize they were that back to back.
That's
But
a great point.
but yeah, I feel like they did get spicier as they go.
Yeah, for sure.
We love it, Emily. Continue on. Brooke and Hope
Doing the
approved.
Lord's work. Anyway, that was bad.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, that was People
great.
We Meet on Vacation. Yeah, I thought it was great.
Perfect.
I loved it.
Perfect.
Also, these books truly are the perfect like vacation books.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like any happy time that you're having, relaxing time, grab an Emily Henry book.
Pair it with an Emily Henry.
Yeah.
Amen.
Actually, I feel like any situation.
Yeah, for sure.
Very
I think,
versatile.
I think because they're just easy to read.
Yeah.
And like they can be pretty quick, and you'll be satisfied with the book.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Every
read
time.
all of them in like one night because I got so excited
course
that I
you
was like,
That's shocking.
okay.
This is a compliment. It's just so gross.
You just get you're disgusting.
Disgusting.
No, you just get like once I'm like 80 pages in, I'm like, I gotta finish this. You know?
Meanwhile, I could try my best to get 80 pages in and wouldn't, except when I read ACOTAR. I read 150 pages one night. That is the most I've ever read
Good job.
in a day. And it literally...
That's disgusting. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
And it was Mist and Fury, and I was like...
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Like, those books, we powered through those.
Read those again.
Me too. When she announces the fucking 6th book, which is supposed to come out this year, we all think, except she hasn't said a fucking word about it.
Let's just figure out where she lives and I'll show up there.
There
and
we
be
go.
like,
I bet it's in the back of the book.
this world needs something.
I beg you to
Give
write
us another book.
a crumb, Sarah. A crumb. I would even go for another Frost and Starlight.
Just tell us who it's about. Okay. This
I
is a
know
pet
you-
peeve.
you like Frost
and
and
I know
Starlight.
that you're not like completely shitting on
Okay,
it,
great.
But I can't get over it because I'm like, I liked that book.
I did too. I think comparatively to like Mist and Fury or Wings and Ruin. And then you got Frost and Starlight.
But I don't want anyone saying anything about any of them.
I agree. I'm just saying.
Except when I talk about not loving ACOTAR the first time.
Well, yeah.
I can do the shitting,
Yes.
but nobody else can talk about it.
Well, listen, all I'm saying is like, if we're waiting this long for another book, it better not be that size. But at this point, I will take it, is what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Because that's so tiny compared to the rest.
Yeah.
Like, I bet you read that in 5 minutes.
Any.
It was a cool 15. She sat down. She's like, all right. She had a break at work and she pumped that one out at her break.
No.
I'm just saying, we've waited how long?
Because it's about the size of like a little smaller than a normal book.
Yeah, that's true.
No, it's comparable to like The Summer I Turned Pretty. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah. It's sandwiched in between Bible-sized books.
You're right. Okay, everybody. But all I was saying is we are expecting a chunky book, right?
I would take an epilogue.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I was meaning by that. Like, I would even take a Frost and Starlight. That size of a book. That size of a book.
I get it.
I'm not shitting on it. Just give us something. An epilogue, as you said. I will take an epilogue. I will take one paragraph, Sarah.
A summary of like the first chapter. You know how you can like download a quick little sample on Kindle Unlimited? Sarah, give us a sample.
God.
Let Brooke and I, nobody else, we'll do an arc.
There we go, Sarah. This is a great opportunity for you to help a struggling podcast.
We'll help you. Help us help you. Let's send this to her.
Please,
I'll slide
Sarah.
in her DMs. I have no problem sliding in people's DMs.
We slid into Emily Henry's and she did not respond. Sorry.
Yeah, she didn't. Tilly Cole didn't respond to mine. Jonathan Bailey did not respond to mine.
You said something to Tilly Cole?
Yeah,
You say thanks for ruining my fucking life?
No, I sent her this really nice message,
Okay.
and I was like, this book destroyed me in all the best ways.
Yeah.
And I feel like I grew from it.
And she didn't respond.
Well, I got this message from Instagram. You know when you send a message to people who don't accept messages?
No.
Like she has where she'll only see DMs if she like follows you.
Oh.
Which is kind of a issue on her part, because if you're going to like be an author, that's okay. Anyway,
Kind of weird.
Emily Henry didn't answer.
You
Jonathan
could email
Bailey
her, I
didn't
bet.
answer.
I bet she has an email on her website or
Ooh.
something. You could just, if you want her to know your thoughts.
Yeah.
I did slide into your DMs, Tilly, but got an automated
blocked
response or
me,
whatever.
yeah.
But you blocked me. Okay. Emily.
Back to Emily.
So yeah, People We Meet, we loved that one.
Yeah.
I mean, we loved all of them. So funny story.
Okay, the first time we talked about this, which we talked a little bit on a voice memo last
Yes.
week. First time we talked about this book, we didn't necessarily like say we did not like it.
No.
But we did.
I think we said it was a 3 and a 4. And it wasn't a 5.
Yeah.
We both said that. Gross.
Yeah. I reread this and I ate it up and I loved it.
I loved it.
Can you imagine?
No.
You don't even know what I'm going to say.
You're right.
Can you imagine? You're single.
Yeah,
Newly
not even what.
dumped, like whatever. You put yourself in Daphne's shoes. You move in with another man, even if he seems like gross right off the bat, like dirty and, you know, dirty house and a pot smoker. Even if you move in, you're like, no. I think that would be so fun.
Exactly.
Like to live with a guy.
Yes.
Just have like a good friendship that turns into a really good friendship. There was like, this was perfect to me.
I loved it so much. I don't know if we mentioned this in our episode, but like I had heard this before we read it. Like he's so Nick Miller coded. Nick
Yeah.
Miller from New Girl.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get that out of my head and I was so happy. I didn't picture Nick because I pictured
see
somebody
it.
else, but his energy, I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved
And
it.
he was just who he was. And that was
loved
fun.
them.
Yeah, this was perfect. Also, the cover. I'm obsessed with the cover.
You're
That
okay-
blue,
Yeah.
it changed my life. Just looking at it. With the little lemons.
I did love it so much.
Such a good book. And just how, like, the start of it, talking about, like, oh, you know, he loves to tell the story or whatever. And then at the end,
Yes.
where he says, oh, how'd you get together? And he says, oh, funny story. And then looks at her.
She knows how much she loves to tell it. Are you kidding?
That is a way
love a
that you
good
start and wrap up a book.
Ooh, we love a good sandwich. Is that what it's called? Who knows?
If it isn't, we just made that up.
I just love that book so much. It's like, it's very, I feel like it's a lot, in some ways, a lot lighter than the other books because it's really, really funny. And the two characters, so, okay, let me go through these. Beach Read, they're like enemies and there's more negativity between the two.
Yeah.
People We Meet on Vacation actually is more of a friendship. So I feel like that one's lighter as well. Other than like, there's obviously tension and there's something that happened. But like, at least in like the flashback chapters, they're like happy and like friendshipy.
I get that.
Book lovers, they're rivals. And then Happy Place, Second Chance. So there's tension and like negativity between the two. This one, they are a team the whole time.
Yeah.
They never dislike each other.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Great point.
Thank you. I just liked that, and they were like helping each other with, I don't know. I feel like mostly Miles was helping Daphne.
Yeah.
Well, Daphne was trying to like be like, hey, by the way, you're very worthwhile and like worth it. Like you think you're like the scum of the earth, but you're actually amazing.
Yeah.
So she was helping him in that way. But like, it was just more light and funny and like Just silly. I think it was sillier, but I loved that.
Yeah.
That book
great.
rocked.
Yeah. I would reread it again.
Right now.
Yeah.
We're done. We're going to start reading. Funny story. And then Happy Place. It is my happy place. That book.
No, truly.
I love that book.
I want to reread that every year.
Me too.
Twice.
Me too. No, it's perfect. That book is perfect.
I think it's the best second chance romance book that I've ever read.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Every Summer After Love and Other Words?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it is better than
I think they're their own.
Yeah. It is better.
I'm putting them as childhood.
There we go.
To lovers.
There we go.
So I'm
Perfect.
separating them.
Perfect. They are separate.
This one is just strictly
second chance.
Second chance. I want to meet when I have to.
Yeah.
I have to be in a friend group.
That friend
like
group
them.
is the...
We need a vacation home. Like, truly, what more? I've never wanted to go to Maine more in my life.
I know.
We have to go.
I know. We have to go.
I've
get a lobster
never wanted
roll.
to eat. Yeah, lobster more.
I've never had lobster my whole life. Have you?
Yeah.
Was it great?
Yeah, it was good. Have you had crab?
Yeah.
It's like one step up from crab.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. It was heartbreaking and beautiful.
Yeah.
All in one. Like, everything was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But you knew they had to be together. They had to.
Oh, you know that. That is okay. That is something. I feel like a lot of people are like, romance books are just so lame because not a lot of people who don't understand romance say this. Like, I don't want to know if they're going to end up together or not. I do, personally.
Yeah, I do too.
If they don't at the end, I'll be pissed.
Life has enough disappointment.
Exactly. That's why I'm reading. Again, I think why I like Happy Place, Funny Story better than like Beach Read. It's just a little bit more drags you down.
Yeah.
Rather than building you up. I don't know.
At the same time with Happy Place, the first time I read it, I could see them not ending up together. And this just being this beautiful thing that happened in their life, and then they went separate ways.
Yep.
It was a struggle to get there.
It was.
And it seemed real because there was real problems that they were dealing with, and like a big distance, family issues, and like somebody had to give up their quote unquote life. Like, it would have made sense if this would have been a thing of the past, and it was like the one that got away type situation.
And Book Lovers was like that too.
Yes.
I
could have seen that.
I thought maybe they were because because she talked about that in her as an agent. She liked the books that like were more of a realistic ending or whatever, and like she would always look to the back of the book, and I thought they were. I mean, I was like, oh, they're probably gonna get together, but
you weren't sure.
No,
because
so
she made it real enough where you were like, wait a second.
Yeah.
So I appreciated that because I just like fell into it.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And then just like the friends again, like there was like a friend love story within the main love story, and that was really special. It was funny. Like, they did drugs, they did all these things. It was steamy.
Yeah.
The tension.
Off the charts.
Forced proximity, one bed situation.
Amen, sister. And the wine cellar.
The wine cellar. I truly have no complaints over that book.
I don't either. I don't think there's one thing I would have changed.
No.
Because I liked like the quote unquote third act breakup. They didn't really have one. I mean, technically they broke up forever ago, but like she was leaving and she was in the airport, and then she said, wait, I figured out what I want.
And thank God she did not fly all the way home first.
I know. And then she went to the parking lot, and he was already there.
Yeah.
Running in, and he was going to get a plane ticket.
Yeah.
I would have
liked it too if she would have gone back and not figured it out yet, and he would have followed her.
Yeah.
Because he needed to fight for her a little bit too.
Correct.
So either way would have been perfect for me.
Yeah.
Also the way she stuck it to her parents, and she called them and she's like, hey, I'm quitting medical school.
Yes.
And they were like, wait, we'll come to you. We'll talk about this. And she's like, I'm already gone.
Yeah.
I loved that.
And then they totally healed their relationship too. And like the sister, she's like, oh, actually we're friends now.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
I loved that. No, it was all that book is perfect.
Absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with that book.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. Okay. I have some questions.
Okay.
Do you feel like her books have evolved over time, or has she found her niche and refined it?
I think they've evolved.
I agree.
I feel like you could say it both ways.
That's actually a great point. Yeah, it's exactly the same. Yeah.
Like she's growing. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes to both.
Yes to both. Okay. What makes an Emily Henry book feel like an Emily Henry book?
Ooh. Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
Buckle in.
Okay.
First off, it's got to start with a colorful cover.
Amen.
I want to feel happy as soon as I lay my eyes on that book.
Oh, so they say that whatever, like you can't judge a book by its cover, but you can. Yeah, you can. And we do.
You can, and
so
I do every day.
So get a good person to do your covers for you.
Yeah.
And it'll show you what's in the book.
Abby, we're looking at you.
I know.
We gotta up that a little bit.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, I want to lay eyes on the book and I want to immediately feel happiness. When I'm reading, I need lots of adjectives and describing the places. I have to be able to see it. And Emily does such a good job of painting the picture so you see it.
And smells. Smells, sights, sounds. Like you can hear all everything and like just so descriptive.
I could taste the lobster.
I feel like other authors do that. Like every author describes the setting, describes even the smells and stuff. She does it in such a beautiful way, like poetic. She would probably be an amazing poetry writer.
Yes.
A poet.
Yes.
That's what that's called.
So the cover, the color, and
texture, shine. That's what they say on what not to wear.
Oh, okay. And then a beautiful heart-wrenching love story.
Oh yeah, yes, that is key.
And all of those have little bits or a lot of bits of that. It doesn't have to be as dramatic as Happy Place. They all have little pieces. I need some struggle. I need a counselor, a happy pill, and a good ending.
You know what? They also all have like family issues.
Yeah.
And not every book does that. They each of the people had something like within their childhood or whatever that they really are working on.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure that's a lot of books do that.
Yeah.
Actually, now that I'm thinking of it. But it's like a pretty big theme in each of the books. It's like a thing that they have to overcome with their like parents or siblings. Go for it.
Rebuttal. Not really even a rebuttal. But okay. I think Emily Henry does it better because she doesn't necessarily focus on more of like the trauma or the actual struggle of whatever's going on. Yes. She names it and then she grows from it.
Yes.
Whereas other people like Colleen Hoover, the trauma, she names it, they sit in it for the whole book until the end. And then they're like, here we go.
You're
coming out of this.
Yes.
So she doesn't sit in her shit.
You know? Yes. You're absolutely right.
I'm
Genius.
Smart. I'm
Genius. Okay. Now, which trope do you think she does the best? So we've got what?
Second chance.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I would agree.
But you know what? I think she does a good enemies to lovers too.
Because they're so snarky.
Yes. But in like book lovers specifically, it never felt mean.
Really?
Yes. Like, no. But like it didn't.
That's true. Because
you knew.
Yes.
You knew.
Yeah.
You know?
And he was dishing it back.
Yeah.
They were dishing it equal.
It's almost like playful, but like we don't like each other. But like.
They had finally met their match.
Yes.
It was perfect.
Yes.
It was an equal amount of. Yeah. But like within the. Like if he would have been like that towards Libby, her sister, that wouldn't have gone well. No. And it would have been mean. Yeah. But they had they were on equal footing with each other snark wise. And I liked that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you come up with these questions?
No, this is ChatGPT. Yeah, you think I came up with these?
No.
I can't even come up with a caption. Okay.
Let's hear it.
Now, how do her love interests compare across books? And who's your favorite male lead?
Okay.
That's a tough one.
It's Win.
Okay. We've got Win from Happy Place, Miles and Funny Story. Let me talk.
Can I pick 3?
Can I
Go
say
ahead and finish? Oh, does it suck when people keep cutting you off?
Miles and Funny Story, Gus and Beach Read, Alex and People We Meet on Vacation, and Charlie and Book Lovers. Ooh.
Can I pick 3?
Yeah.
4.
Can I pick 5?
Really, any of them?
But Alex.
Gus.
You don't like Gus?
I like the others more.
You like Alex better?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I kind of felt like him a little bit in some ways. Like was more like...
You feel like him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I related to him.
I am him. He is me.
Because he was like more introverted.
Yeah.
But like he was such a good caretaker. To
Gus
me it was...
or Alex? I'm so
Alex.
sorry. Alex. Okay.
Yeah. You were
yes,
asking
I see
why
that
I
way
liked
more.
him.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. Yes.
Yeah, I said any of them but Gus. If I had to choose, I'm going to cut Gus. I liked him, but just to me, the story didn't quite meet up to the other ones.
Sure.
Alex is who I felt like I connected with because he was more introverted and quiet and reserved. And so I could like see myself a little bit in him. But again, he was like the caretaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just liked the friendship that they had. Miles, I thought he was hilarious.
I know.
But also, like, stuck up for her. Like, with her ex
Yes,
and
her
anyone.
dad.
Yes, like, he...
Literally drove to her dad and was like, hey, by the way, you suck for that.
Yeah.
Love him.
And, like, when his sister was staying with them, like, he always looked out for Daphne. And, like, they communicated really well.
Yep.
And then... when... He's perfect.
Yeah. I was going to say Win and Miles are my favorite.
Yeah. You didn't like Alex as much?
I think the other guys just gave me more.
Yeah.
But I do like Alex.
Yeah. I get that. I feel the same for Gus.
Yeah. I mean, I still, I love that book. So I love Alex. I'm just trying to think of my absolute favorite.
Yeah.
Probably Win. I do really like Miles though. I love Miles because he's funnier.
Yeah.
Like he's less serious.
But if you had to
Tattoos.
only meet one, you could only meet one. Who are you picking?
It might be Miles.
Whoa!
Because he's really funny. I
is
really
funny.
like that would be fun. He seems like the most fun
Yeah.
to me out of all of them.
Yeah. That's true.
That's why for me. But I get why you wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think you could go wrong between the
Nope.
two.
Couldn't. Nope.
You got any more?
I'm looking because this one doesn't. Are her romantic pairings believable and satisfying, or do any of them feel underdeveloped?
I'm satisfied.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm satisfied. Okay. Oh, yeah, I like this. Well, I know my answer. All of her female leads are pretty independent, ambitious, and a little emotionally guarded. Which one felt the most relatable to you?
Females? Mm-hmm. Which one felt the most relatable?
For me, it's Poppy, because we're the same person.
Great. Yeah.
That one's easy, though. It was literally me. Okay, so we've got Harriet, Daphne. I feel like maybe Daphne for you. She's just a little quieter.
Yeah. I was going to say Alex.
Well, that's a boy.
I know.
Okay. Or
I make the rules.
I make the rules.
Not her.
Or Nora, but not Nora. So I'm
It's
trying to
not
think.
Nora.
Yeah. I feel like Daphne, she's just the quietest.
Yeah.
But that's really the only reason. She likes books.
Well,
But so does Nora. But you're more like Daphne than Nora.
yeah. It's
Also,
Alex.
January likes books too. Yeah. Okay. We have book specific questions if we want to go into it. We're at 46 minutes. I think you do not want to based on your look.
What are they?
Well, like this one. People we meet on vacation. Did you buy the emotional tension between Alex and Poppy, and did the payoff live up to the build up?
Yeah. But I felt like it didn't need to happen.
Right. Ugh, that one really frustrated me the second time. Mm-hmm. I gave that a 5 at first. I don't know if I'd do a 5 anymore. Because it feels like me. That's me and Mitchell.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like...
How many times did I just say yeah?
3 times.
Yeah.
I like it.
So what's your favorite between Happy Place and Funny Story?
Happy Place.
It is? Okay.
Yeah. No. Yeah, Happy Place for sure.
Okay.
Funny Story is just lighter than all of the other ones, in my opinion. There's definitely heavy themes, but it's mostly light.
Yeah.
and funny. It's a funny story.
Yeah.
Also, I did like how in Book Lovers, Nora was kind of the villain. Like, that's how she started the story.
Yeah.
And I mean, kind of throughout the whole story.
Yeah.
She's like, I didn't know where that was going at the very beginning. She's talking about like the bleach blonde on her Peloton that's like, you know, yelling things to her guy, and he finds someone in a small town and falls in love with her, and she's like the bitch, whatever.
Yeah.
That's me. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
But I liked it. It was
She
fun.
just was who she was.
I know. I loved that. And I was really, okay, this is now specific to Book Lovers. I was so glad that she did not stay there.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to, and I was like, she's been so clear about not wanting that.
Yeah.
Because it's different with like Harriet. Harriet was living in somewhere in California, I think.
Sacramento.
Yes. And she hated it. I mean, not necessarily Sacramento, but she wanted to be with Wynn in Montana. So it was so different. And like, she was not giving up her life. I mean, she was, but she didn't like her life.
Yeah.
So because I feel like a lot of times in these romance books, the woman typically gives up stuff for the man to be with him, because actually that's what she wanted the whole time.
Right.
But it's not always believable when they do that, even if that is the truth. So like in Happy Place, she made it so believable. She hates her job, and she's been very clear about that this whole time.
Yeah.
And the only place she feels happy is with Wynn.
Right.
So like that made total sense. But again, like Nora would not have been happy staying in Sunshine Falls.
Yeah.
Even though Charlie made her insanely happy,
Yeah.
she would not be fulfilled. She loves the city. And so I loved that he was able, he went to her, and obviously he wanted to be in the city too.
Right.
But that was so great. And then her family, like Libby was like, I'll run the store, all that, whatever.
And I feel like it's
perfect.
good because Emily Henry showed she can do both.
Exactly. Too. Exactly. I love that. Oh, this was another thing I saw. Apparently, there's 2 different endings to Beach Read. The UK version is different than here. Which, first of all, I was like, why? How is that even possible? So, like, instead of at the end, him proposing to her, she opens the book on the beach, and the book is his book he wrote is dedicated to her. And it's implied that they'll get married.
Weird.
You don't like it? I like that.
I like it, but like,
I think I like it better because I don't always like when they always have to get engaged. They are always engaged at the end, or they're always getting married. And it's like, especially if it's like 6 months later, like, okay, oh, that's fine. You can totally do that.
I like them both. That just seems like an odd thing to change.
Agreed. And I wonder why.
Let's ask her. When
Emily,
she comes on
why?
the pod.
Like, is marriage more of a thing here than it is in the UK? No? Yes?
Could be.
Who even knows? I did kind of like that better. It felt more on brand with the book because they are the authors, and it was all about their books. Yeah. And it was all like, you know, who's going to write the blurb for the other person's book and all that. So that I kind of liked that better.
Yeah.
Not that I don't care either way, but like I kind of liked that a little bit.
I agree.
Know, just because it's like very specific to
That's
that book.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I didn't know that that's a thing. I knew that they have different covers, but not a different book. Yeah. And also I've not seen it for myself. I just saw it on a video.
One of them's named differently too.
You and Me on Vacation.
Yes, because I saw it on TikTok and I sent it to you and I was like, oh my gosh. And you were like, no.
But why? Why?
I don't know.
That doesn't, like, people in the UK don't like that? Or like, obviously there's a reason. Like, is that not marketed as well? I don't know. It's weird.
In my eyes, she can do no wrong, though.
Never. I love you. I love you. Oh, and then there was some little Easter eggs in these books that I didn't notice before.
Like what?
So, People We Meet on Vacation. Alex is reading an Augustus Everett novel.
Yes.
You noticed that? Okay. What was it? In Book Lovers, there was a lot of January Andrews.
Oh.
There was a lot of that. She even bought the Great Family Marconi, the book that she writes. She talks about January Andrews a couple different times. In Funny Story, I caught this one. They literally drive up one day to the bookstore in North Bear Shores. Mm-hmm. They drive to that bookstore, and it said for an author that her sister liked or something like that. Is that what it was? Yes, Miles drove her up there, and they made friends with the two owners, which are his aunts.
That went over my head.
It was so sweet. And then, but I was like, what if they went to go see, because it was an author that they were going to go see. Yeah. They didn't say it was like for January Andrews, but what if it was even the time when Gus and January did their
weird,
but it was the same bookstore. Yeah. That was really cool.
That went over my head.
I loved that so much. But like Charlie edits January Andrews books.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's more that I didn't catch, but I loved that. I loved those little Easter eggs. I love when authors
do that.
Yeah. Big fan. Big fan. Okay. I do want to talk about Happy Place a little bit more.
Okay.
This question helped me. Some people found this like really emotionally exhausting, that book. And I remember crying like this. Remember I kind of reread it through and I cried the second time.
Yeah.
You cried like crazy. I know Olivia cried like crazy. Like people were just posting stuff about crying so hard.
I feel like it was worse the first time for me. Like I could say like I was exhausted by that, but I loved it at the same time.
Yeah.
This time I wasn't. Like I just liked it.
Yeah. I guess I was kind of like trying to think of why was it so emotionally exhausting, because I don't like this time I didn't feel like it was crazy.
I think because it was sad and you didn't feel like they were going to end up together. Like there was enough evidence supporting the idea that they might not get back together.
Probably.
Just because it didn't work.
Yeah.
Kind of like what we talked about earlier. You felt like they were going to, but also you could see them not. And it was so sad. And like his mom and everything that you were like, I see what people are saying.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I saw it. I felt like Beach Read to me was way more emotionally exhausting to me.
No.
Because it was like this really sad and like really dealing with her family shit, and like then the letters, those were like I was crying during those letters.
I didn't read them.
Oh yes, I forgot. Well, it's just him talking about her life, and then how he cheated on her mom and stuff. So it was just like that felt like a big emotional punch to me.
I can see that. Like
the romance wasn't that crazy. Yeah. So I feel like it was the romance and his story, specifically Wynn's story.
Yeah.
And like he was in that dark place. I always, the one line that I think about all the time is when he talks about his depression being like his friend had asthma.
Yeah.
And he like had this asthma attack and he got an inhaler and he didn't realize he was like walking around at 50% lung capacity his whole life. And then he got that inhaler, and that's what like medication did for Wynn. I always think I think about that all the time. I was like, oh my gosh, and you just don't realize how hard your life actually is until you like get help. I think about that all the time.
Yeah,
you're right. Yes, I was trying to be reminded of why it was emotionally exhausting. Yeah. And then are they all going to be a book or a series or a movie or a series? I feel like almost all of them have been.
I feel like everything right now is getting picked up.
I know. And is it all a lie? Because when I have yet to see proof of anything.
The Colleen Hoover books, there are proofs. Yeah. Proofs for all of them.
Let's all hope that the next one is not as...
I'm pumped for Verity.
Oh,
From what I can see. Okay, first off, the
Anne Hathaway.
The cast is way more...
Who's the other girl? I can't remember. It's Anne Hathaway and...
The girl from 50 Shades.
Dakota Johnson.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Yeah. That casting is insane.
Yeah. Anne Hathaway, too. Like, the pictures I've seen, looks amazing. Okay, also, The Housemaid.
Yes.
Scarlett Johansson and...
Scarlett Johansson?
No.
Amanda Seyfried and...
Sydney Sweeney. Yeah. I was thinking Amanda.
Yeah.
That looks really good, too.
That does.
I'm hopeful.
I am too. And then she's going to do that other one that I haven't... Reminders of Him.
Regretting You.
Regretting You.
Yeah. Which that one I need to reread the book. because I don't necessarily remember it a lot. I think Verity will be great. I'm excited to see that.
I am really interested. I mean, Anne Hathaway is in this movie.
Yeah. Same thing with like the Housemaid.
Yeah.
Like those two, they're popular.
Yeah.
You're going to have to do well.
I mean,
the
story is very interesting. It's captivating. And then with those insane actresses.
Yeah.
I feel like they're both going to be so good.
Yeah. I'm almost a little weary though that everything feels like it's getting picked up because I'm like, wait. Like, let's take our time here. I don't want it to all come out at once.
Yeah.
You know, because then we'll be like comparing it. But I'm excited.
I am too. I'm really interested to see, like, specifically Emily Henry's books get picked up. Because I feel like most books, especially romance books, most of the stuff that happens is in your brain.
Yeah.
Or in the characters' minds. It's their thoughts.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested to see, like, Verity and Housemaid. You can really see things that are happening. Those are things, like, thrillers, I feel like it's probably easier to show on the screen because you can show suspense and stuff. You can show those things and, like, those events. But, like, with a romance, it's hard, I feel like.
Yeah.
To, like, show the depth of that. I don't know.
I'm excited.
I'm a little nervous because they're great. And I feel like they're going to miss so much.
Yeah. And she did say, I posted it on our Instagram, but she did a talk with Good Morning America. And Emily Henry said that People We Meet on Vacation was a movie. So.
Well, and like that one makes sense. I feel like maybe out of all of them, because it's like they're doing so many things and going to so many places.
Yeah.
Like that might make it a little easier, and it's like Friends to lovers. So I feel like.
But like Happy Place. Or Funny Story.
I mean, they all could be. I'm just saying, like, maybe that one has more events happening and, like...
Maybe. The back and forth.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it.
I don't know. I want to see them all. It does make me nervous.
Yeah.
That's all I was saying.
We just feel a little protective.
Very protective. And I heard Hulu dropped ACOTAR.
Yeah.
Did we talk about this?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But I'm glad. I want, like, somebody else to do it that has more money.
Yeah, maybe like Amazon.
I think they can. Yeah, they didn't they do the Lord of the Rings? I think that budget was crazy. I didn't watch it. The Rings of Power or something, or Max should do it. I'm just nervous about all these books because like it ends with us.
That needs scrapped.
It needs scrapped, and also we still are waiting to see Justin Baldoni's cut.
Yeah.
Of the movie.
Yeah. Let us see it. That needs to go to trial, like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, and we all need to be the jury. I need everything laid out.
Yes.
And I want to know. I'm totally, I'm like 99.9% on his team.
Same.
Yeah.
Unless she came up with some crazy evidence that he's actually been like this demon this whole time.
I don't see it.
It's going to be hard. And I would feel horrible if that was the case. And like I don't think that's the case.
No, I don't think it is either.
He like came out with that whole website.
Yeah. As he should. He's like, you know what? You're not taking me down. Yeah.
Fine.
Here are the receipts.
I'll do it.
Yeah. Let's do this Johnny Depp style. Put it all out there.
So embarrassing.
As far as the movie goes, though, I say they cut it from everything and just forget it happened.
Probably. But honestly, though,
it was made to be a mockery, I think.
Well, because she edited it, right?
Yeah.
He would have edited it more serious.
But just like the drama of it too.
No, I know.
And like it just
that's the thing. Ugh. Yeah.
It did more harm than good, in my opinion.
I agree, but I wonder if they made more money because everyone wanted to see it.
I doubt it.
You don't think so?
I think if
it went on Netflix fast.
Yeah, that's not always a good sign.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like people aren't going.
No, they were not renting it.
Yeah.
So.
That's, I feel like he's proven himself, and I feel like I hope he gets more jobs.
I think he will.
Like, I feel like, again, can we see his cut? Is that not even a thing we can do?
No.
But that's like a thing, like director's cut. Like, Zack Snyder did that for, like, Superman and, like, all the DC movies. There's, like, a Schneider's cut or director's cut for, like, I don't remember which movie it was, but it's super, super long. So could we do that? Because he's the director, right?
I don't know.
Isn't Justin Baldoni the director?
Yeah.
So he could do it, right?
I don't know.
Me neither. Anyways, this has been good. I know we were talking about Emily Henry. I'm sorry, I got on a tangent.
That's okay.
Is it surprising?
No.
No. We love you, Emily Henry.
Yeah.
You can do no wrong in our eyes, and we will read every single thing you put out for the rest of your life.
Next year, give us an arc, and we promise we'll do it really
Hell
well.
yeah. Oh,
We're going to send the
dream.
link to her for this episode.
perfect.
To her
And when we
bio,
say we
or to her.
didn't like Beach Read as much, we still loved it more than most other books.
She's going to know. We are acknowledging the growth that Emily Henry has gone through in her writing and her stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just sad. That's why I didn't. It was just not my jam.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah. Oh,
So
I get so happy when I think of those books.
I do
Truly.
too.
So
they are our happy place.
They are. Thanks, Emily. We love you. Anyways, thanks for listening. And
Let us know what your favorite Emily Henry book is.
yes, we want to know your
comments.
rankings
Yeah.
and why.
Yeah.
I want to hear everything. And if you think we're wrong and you think Beach Read is the best, please tell us why.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear.
Comment below.
Comment below. And like and subscribe and 5 stars and
All the
TikTok.
things.
Remember, we're on TikTok now. Before it gets banned, go follow us on there and comment. And we love you. And Sunday,
Book club.
April 20. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sunday, April 22nd at
26th.
7.
7th.
Right?
I have a lot going on this weekend. 27th.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Good weekend?
No.
Oh, so
That will
sorry.
be.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's going to be fun.
Ruh-roh. Leonard's Coffee Roasting Company in Johnstown, 4 p.m. Be there.
Bring your book.
Bring it. We love you.
Bye.